The Walking Dead. So the last episode was kind of like sad, and I needed a break. That was too many emotions. Anyway, it's season 6, episode 4. It's titled Here's Not Here. Let's do it.
You know you were supposed to.
You're going crazy. Oh God, fire zombie, no! That one wasn't dead, sir. That was like really chill scene. It was like, oh, a nice bonfire, and then I got scared. I wasn't prepared. See, zombies are easy to handle. It's humans who suck. He killed a dude! I thought he didn't do that. Dude, you're going a little nutty. So you were like totally crazy, and then you went camping and stayed crazy? Cool. Oh my God, he's like the Star Wars kid. Remember that guy? Goat? Was that a goat? Don't you kill that goat. Shoot! Quit shooting at people! Gotcha. Dude, of all the places to get hit in the face with a stick, that guy gives you orange juice. Stay there. Although it is creepy that he has like his own gel cell in his house.
Kill me! Kill me!
Calm down. Are you the guy that taught him to fight with a stick and not kill people? That's an awful lot of trust. I wouldn't leave you with my goat. I wouldn't leave you with anything. See, I'd be screwed in a zombie apocalypse because, like, I live in LA. I'm just gonna die. Here, he's got, like, a field and a goat with cheese. Like, seriously, where am I gonna go? There are people everywhere. Seriously, why does this guy just have a jail cell?
The door's open.
Y'all too trusting. I wouldn't do it. Mm-hmm. Saw that. That dude has a stick and he knows how to use it. You're gonna get beat. Pokey sticks. Why did you let him out in a room with pokey sticks? Stupid. You broke his picture. He's gonna ask you to leave. Yeah, the cell's a better option. I mean, couch is comfy, but you can't be trusted. Rabbit foot. Go protect the goat. Protect the goat. I hear something. Go. Did you let that goat get eaten? That's right, you better go. Don't trample the flower bed. Just kill the zombie. That goat has no clue how serious things almost just got. He buries each one? Or did he have like a huge family? It must be nice to have like huge property. You got way too much time on your hand. Carving out names? Nah. Okay, taking the pointy end off of a spear doesn't fix it. Where did he get him a nice clean white shirt and like some good laundry? This is all nice and sweet and stuff, but you know this guy's gonna die, because why isn't he in the story now?
Why do you have a cell in your cabin?
Exactly. Finally ask.
Crichton Dallas Wilton went to my home and killed my wife, my daughter, and my son.
Oh my gosh, that's dark. I thought zombies did it. That's slightly darker.
Putting him behind those bars and watching him starve to death.
That's good. Do that.
I have come to believe that all life is precious.
Okay, all life is precious, but when you deny it from someone else, you forfeit yours. Make that dude starve. Why do you want to go on a trip? You have a sweet cabin. Oh, you done killed him and he came back. You're gonna get him bit. You got him bit! Are you happy? Are you happy? Trying to make sure life's precious and you get his back bit? Jerk! You get him bit and now you're fighting him? Jerk! We are right back where we started. You had one friend and you screwed it up, Morgan. Whoa! That zombie's gross and skinny. What's in the bag, y'all? She's acting like he's a wild animal. She's like, chicken noodle soup? We good? Chicken noodle soup and a bullet. Okay. Is your friend gonna be a zombie? The goat's dead! I am more upset that Tabitha the goat is dead. You ever watch these shows and you're like, that person would have been way better off had they not met this character. Because, you know, they died. Wait, you did starve that guy? Really?
I let him starve to death.
That's awesome. He risked his life for that drywall and you broke it.
You can stay.
Jerk. Tabitha died and I'm very upset. I'm more upset than knowing that this dude's gonna die. The Terminus thing? Ah, Terminus.
Medicine to help this.
Don't trust him.
Just like your friend Eastman's children.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Don't ever be sorry.
Kill him. Y'all just too trusting. He is just sitting on a bed with his hands tied. That dude's gonna get out. Yes, that $20 security door will really keep him in. So this episode was kind of slow. Wasn't super needed. I mean, it gave Morgan some backstory, but that's about it. My mom actually told me, she was like, just skip this episode. I'm like, I'm not gonna skip an episode, but I see what she meant. It wasn't really needed. It kind of just totally stopped the season dead in its tracks. Like, some serious crap is going on, but let's spend a whole episode hearing about Morgan's history. So this episode starts, and Morgan's talking, like, directly to the camera. So he's like, I'm gonna talk. You said you wanted, like, everything that I have, so here it is. Then it cuts to a flashback of him, like, in his old apartment place where he'd, like, written all over the walls. He's going crazy talking to himself, and you see a lantern is tipped over and started a fire. Then the wall goes up in flames, and then it goes to, like, the opening credits. Then it shows him in the woods. He's running around killing walkers, making this kind of perimeter with sticks, throwing all their bodies in a pile and burning them. Then he's using zombie blood to write, like, clear and here's not here and all those weird sayings, like, on the rocks around him. He's walking through the woods, and these two human people see him and start following him, and he just, like, stabs one dude in the throat and then chokes the life out of the other one. He starts wandering around some more. He comes to this clearing, and he hears a goat, so he follows it to this cabin, and he's like, I'm gonna steal that goat. Then he hears a voice of someone somewhere talking about, like, leaving his goat alone, and leaving and putting the gun down. He can't figure out where it's coming from. He, like, shoots at a guy he sees briefly, then he doesn't see him anymore. He's circling the cabin with his gun, trying to get in, and you hear the voice go, look, okay, here's your last chance. He's trying to find out where it is, and then he gets whacked in the face with a stick. He lands on his back, looks up, and he sees some dude with a stick, and the guy's like, sorry, and then just hits him in the face again. He wakes up in a jail cell. He's got some food there. The guy comes in, he's like, what's your name? And he just starts freaking out and yelling at the guy to kill him. The guy just goes and gets him a book, The Art of Peace, and throws it in the cell, and then he's like, my name's Eastman. Then the guy runs outside and kills a walker, and Morgan can see him through the window. After the guy kills him, he kind of just drags him off. Eastman comes back in, and he builds this little, like, goat pen in the house, and he's like, hey, Morgan, please don't kill my goat. I'm going to bed. And then clearly Morgan's there with him for a while, because you keep seeing stuff like Eastman tries to make cheese out of the goat's milk, and he can't do it. Then he's making food and talking with him. Eastman's like, I was a forensic psychologist. I, like, talked to bad people and kind of assessed if they could be released or not. He asks Morgan what Morgan does, and Morgan's like, I clear. I kill people, I kill zombies, I kill whatever. Then later it shows Morgan breaking a zipper, and he's trying to, like, use it to, like, break the bars off the windows. And then Eastman comes back in, and he's like, dude, you got PTSD. You saw some horrible crap, and you're going crazy, and you're kind of, like, stuck in a loop. Eastman's like, I interviewed 800 plus bad guys, and only one of them was ever evil. But we can all heal. You can heal. I'm not going to hold you anymore. You can go. The door ain't even locked. He says if you leave the cell, you either can stay on the couch and hang out and we can be bros, or you're going to just have to leave. But I'm not going to let you kill me. So, of course, Morgan walks out of the cell and just freaking attacks him. He fights Morgan off, but then Morgan pushes him into this thing and breaks, like, a piece of drywall that had, like, a kid's drawing on it. So Morgan's laying there on the ground crying for the dude to kill him. Eastman's like, here's the thing. I told you could have the couch or you could leave. What are you going to do? And then Morgan just goes back in the jail cell. Eastman opens the cell up and Morgan closes it again. Then later, Eastman's making some food and he's like, it was a keto. It was like the martial arts I used to beat you up. Then he tells a story about having worked with so many criminals. He was like in his garage crying or something. And his daughter came in and gave him a little lucky rabbit's foot and was like, things are going to get better, Daddy. And then he saw a pamphlet for the martial arts. And then he's like, this really turned my life around. Morgan asks him if his wife and daughter are dead, and then the dude's like, you know what, we're going to bed. After he leaves, Morgan goes out and sees that he was nailing back together that piece of drywall that Morgan broke. The next day, Eastman's like, hey, we need to go on a journey and just get out of here. So you're going to come with me to get supplies? And Morgan just was like, whatever, and doesn't say anything. Eastman's like, okay, whatever, I'm going to go, just keep an eye on Tabitha. Morgan's sitting in the cell, and he hears some zombies messing with the goat, so he's like, I'm going to go save the goat. And he kind of, like, did the right thing, and it felt good, even though he was going a little crazy. Although he did, like, throw the zombie right into the flower bed and mess up some plants. Morgan starts dragging the zombies off, and he finds this graveyard of, like, all the other zombies that Eastman's killed. Eastman shows up, and he's like, hey, let's get the IDs off the zombies so we can make a little headstone for him, and then they bury the dudes. Then Eastman's like, hey, look, I fixed your spear, and he cut the pointy end off and gave him a staff. Then there's kind of like a training montage where Morgan is, like, helps him plant stuff. And they start practicing with the staff. And then that night they're eating and Morgan's like, hey, why do you have a jail cell in your cabin anyway? Eastman tells this story that when he was working with all the criminals, The one super evil guy was named Crichton Dallas Wilton, I think. He was like a total sociopath. Like, everyone was like, this guy is a great guy, but like, he could see through him and knew the guy was crazy. One day he's talking to the dude, and the dude kind of realizes that he knows what's up. So the criminal dude punches him and then starts trying to kill him, but he used his martial arts to get away from it, and it saved his life. Then he tried to testify to get the guy put away, and the guy broke out just to go kill his family and then turn himself in. So he built that jail cell with the plan of kidnapping the dude, putting him in there, and watching him starve to death. Morgan asks him if he actually ever did it, and he's just like, all life is precious. And Morgan's like, yeah, you're redirecting all right. So later, Eastman's working out plans of like the gear they're gonna need to go on some journey, and Morgan's like, I know where that stuff is, and he leads him back to that clearing where he had like burnt all those zombies. When they're out there, Eastman's like, so who'd you lose? And he's like, my wife and son. And he's like, tell me their names. And then it made Morgan cry a little bit, and he's like, let's practice karate right now. So they start doing forms with the staff, and then they hear a zombie come up. Eastman's like, you take this one. As Morgan walks up, he realizes it's the dude that he strangled, and he kind of just freaks out a little bit and doesn't respond. So Eastman steps in and pushes him out of the way, and Eastman gets bit on the back. Oh, also, there's one thing that was kind of sweet, because like when they were doing forms, Eastman told Morgan that one day he's going to hold a baby again, and I just thought that was so sweet, because you know he does. Anyway, Eastman's bit on the back. Morgan starts freaking out, and then he's like mad at him for saving him, and then he starts getting weirded out, goes crazy, and starts fighting Eastman. Eastman knocks him down, and then Morgan starts going right back into the kill me thing he was doing. Morgan's like, whatever. He picks up the zombie, loads him onto the little cart, and starts wheeling him home. Morgan goes right back into being like a crazy feral guy, and he gets one of those pointy sticks. He kills a zombie, and then he sees this man and woman who are like alive. He runs at them, and you're like, is he gonna kill them too? And then he doesn't, and then the lady like gives him some chicken noodle soup and a bullet and says thank you, and he's like, whoa, I have humanity. He runs back to Eastman, who is digging the grave for that one zombie dude, and he's like, dude, I'll take over digging the grave, you go carve out his name. As he's digging the grave, he sees another one that says Crichton Dallas Wilton, and he's like, holy crap, you did kill that dude. Eastman's like, yeah, I did it, because apparently the guy was in prison, but he was allowed to do like those things where like they work on the side of the road. So he went and kidnapped him, put him in the cell, starved him for like over a month until he died. Then he realized it didn't give him any peace, didn't give him any closure, and he finally was like, you know what, I'm never gonna take a life again, I'm gonna go turn myself in. When he went to turn himself in, he went into town and realized, holy crap, zombies. Then they're back in the cabin, and Eastman's like, yeah, this piece of drywall my daughter drew on the wall, I thought it was cool to put a frame around it. I went back after like all the zombies were happening, and I saved this piece of drywall. I like went through like 30 miles of zombies for it. Then he tells Morgan, he's like, you can stay here and live here. You'll have enough like food and energy to like live forever, but I don't think you should, because life is about people and you need to go. You shouldn't be alone. He's like, okay, I have a gun in the lockbox, but before I go die, here's the lucky rabbit foot. I hope it's lucky for you too. Then it shows Morgan working on his form with his staff and like loading stuff up. And he leaves the house, and he's, like, looking at his lucky rabbit foot, and he comes on these railroad tracks and looks at a sign, and you're like, oh, he's happy. Oh, crap, he's about to head to Terminus. So it helps you figure out, like, when it happened in the storyline. And then it goes back to present, and Morgan's talking to one of those wolfy dudes. The wolfy dude's like, do you really think that would work for me? And Morgan's like, I totally think it will. Then the wolfy dude's like, yeah, no, I'm gonna kill all of you. I'm gonna kill the kids. Just like your friends' kids. I'm gonna kill them all. Morgan looks like genuinely surprised. He's like, dude, I totally thought that was gonna work. He just leaves the dude in there and locks that like cheap security door and then walks out. And then he hears people yelling in the distance and runs off. And then credits. So I don't know if this was like needed to be a whole episode. I think it actually gave you a lot of good insight on Morgan and like how different he is now and how he got that way. But it's one of those episodes that like totally just stopped the pacing of the whole season, and you're like, what's gonna happen next to everyone else? And you're like, but first, here's an hour-long flashback. So what do you guys think of it? I think it was kind of cool, but it was a departure from the story. So if I left anything out, or if there's anything you guys want to talk about, drop me a comment. Don't forget to do the things, rate, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you guys later. Until next time.